Oh, what is the upskis, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GXWrestleCast. We're on episode 144 of my wrestling recap show, where once a week I go through all of the major WWE and AEW shows, give you the recap, give you the review, let you know what's going on storyline-wise, and at the end of the show, I give out my 3 stars of the week, awarding my 3 favorite matches that I witnessed with my eyeballs. And when there's a pay-per-view on tap, which I don't think were there any pay-per-views this week, I will have a pay-per-view review, separate episode for that. But we're in the clear, so let's kick it off with the Monday Night Raw. We're in Dayton, Ohio, and we got mommy, baby. It's Rhea Ripley. She starts the show with a promo. Mommy addresses the Liv Morgan situation, obviously. Rhea not worried about Dom. Mommy wants back what she never lost, and that's the Women's Championship. Dom arrives trying to explain, but the crowd boos Dom to oblivion. Liv Morgan appears on screen. She's bragging about stealing Dom away. Ripley ignores that, demands a title shot against Liv. Morgan says she actually helped Dom beat his deadbeat dad, unlike Rhea Ripley. Ripley wants her title shot at SummerSlam. Fuck yeah, bro. Let's do it up. I'm all in. Let's do it. Good opening promo right here for Ripley, who's very determined to get her title back, and surprisingly, just not that worried about Dom and Liv and what's been going on with them. I think Rhea Ripley realizes it's just mind games with Liv Morgan, and he's a grown man. He can do whatever he wants, I guess. But yeah, awesome. Backstage, Dom is greeted by Damian Priest, who asks Dom how it's going. My goodness, it's early. Anyway, Damian asking Dom how it's going. Rhea throws flowers at Dom and gives back a gift that Dom got her. Dom says it's complicated. So some great stuff right there. I'll hit that with a thumbs up. We move into the opening match. It's Sheamus versus Bronson Reed. Sheamus mean lariat, then lifts up Bronson for a white noise, showing off some impressive strength. Bronson nails a powerbomb but misses the moonsault. Sheamus nails the brogue kick for the victory. Very solid, hard-hitting match right there. Bronson goes to attack Sheamus after the bell, but Pete Dunne intercepts Reed, saving Sheamus. Sheamus goes to thank Pete, but Pete retreats and then sneak attacks Sheamus from behind. The heck? Bronson capitalizes, nails a tsunami on Sheamus. My goodness, Pete Dunne turning heel, I'm into that, and very much so looking forward to some bangers between Sheamus and Pete Dunne. Maybe toss in a little Bronson Reed too, because why the hell not? That should be great. We move on. It's backstage. Rhea Ripley thanks Damian Priest for keeping Judgment Day operational, sort of, while she was away. Damian says, no problem, just doing my job. Dom shows up, still trying to speak with Mommy, who's still not very receptive to Dom right now. Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn speaks with Ilya Dragunov. Sami, impressed with Ilya's work, offers up a title shot for tonight, but Dragunov better bring his best. Oh, you better believe he's going to be bringing his best, but damn right, that is a awesome match right there. Hell yeah. Good video promo of Gunther discussing how awesome he is, and Gunther will bring prestige back to the WWE Championship when he wins it at SummerSlam. We have Selena Vega getting interviewed. That's disrupted by Sonya Deville, Zoe Stark, and Shayna Baszler. Selena says she can't hear anything past Deville's big-ass forehead and Baszler's mustache. Like, oh my god. Get fucking torched. Thumbs up. I was laughed. That was a good one. And they're definitely going to have to fight about it after that burial. Well done, Selena. Thumbs up. Now we have Selena versus Sonya Deville with Stark and Baszler. Referee gets distracted. Baszler snaps Selena's arm. Sonya nails her finisher for a quick squash W over my girl Selena. Sonya and friends attack Vega after the bell. Chance and Carter come out to make the save. Pretty solid use of a squash match here. They're establishing the new Sonya Deville squad as a major threat, and they're picking on my girl Selena. Backstage, Dom and Damian are talking. Jey Uso shows up teasing Dom, asking Damian if Rhea is single now. Priest is like, I don't know, maybe, and they giggle about it, but Dom doesn't think it's funny. We have Chad Gable. He's complaining to Adam Pearce about the Wyatt Six attacks on him. Adam informs Chad that Bo Dallas is in the building. Go talk to him. Gable intends to do that a little bit later. We have World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest. He goes face-to-face with Gunther. Damian calls out Gunther to the ring. Gunther arrives by himself, no Kaiser. Gunther's assessment of Priest's reign as champion so far has been he's not good enough. Gunther tells Damian, make it easy and just hand over the championship right now. Priest, obviously disrespected, tells Gunther he's been handed everything while Priest has fought for his life to make it where he is. Gunther says he's just better than Priest, who's just some street trash. Priest calls Gunther a scumbag. Both men get in each other's face. Tensions are super high. And then Braun Strowman's music hits because he has a match against Damian, and that breaks up the tension. Okay, so now I understand the whole Damian Priest babyface tendencies lately. That is to set up a face Damian Priest versus a heel Gunther at SummerSlam. And I must say, Gunther, pretty fantastic, like overconfident, douchey heel performance right there. Just really putting down Damian Priest, man, like a street rat. Come on, man. I really like Damian's work here as well. Though the crowd wasn't really eating it up yet, as Damian as a baby face, like, oh, I fought for everything and nothing was handed to me. Like, they're not eating that up just yet, but we have time to build up that story with Damian, and I feel like by the time we get to SummerSlam, the crowds are going to be behind Damian Priest, at least more so than they are right now. Really good segment. We have Adam Pearce. He gives Jey Uso a match versus Dom Dom. Braun Breaker arrives. He's pissed off that Pearce has given Ilya Dragunov an Intercontinental title shot instead of him. Pearce says Breaker needs to learn some respect and then ejects Breaker from the building. We have Braun Strowman versus Damian Priest up next. Strowman Express misses its stop. Braun goes crashing into the barricade, hurting his knee. Damian rallies, able to nail a South of Heaven chokeslam on the big man for the victory. Solid match right there. Gunther enters the ring, smacks Damian. Priest answers back, drops Gunther with a shot, and then Gunther retreats to fight another day. Chad Gable is creeping on Alpha Academy backstage. That fucking killed me, bro. Just him in the background, identifies Alpha Academy. He's like, yep, that's them. And he fucking kills me. Absolutely kills me. Chad Gable. Gable tries to put the past behind Alpha Academy and work together to take out Bo Dallas. Alpha Academy is like, how about no? Xavier Woods arrives. Gable is confused. Alpha Academy are going to help out Xavier Woods with the final testament instead. Gable is pissed. Tag team matchup next. Chance and Carter with Valkyria versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stock with Sonya Deville. Nice monkey flip tag move by Chance and Carter. Chance, an awesome backflip double knees to Baszler, and then an assisted flip tag team move with Carter. Like, god damn, thumbs up. Chaos on the outside allows Zoe and Shayna to hit the alley-oop knee strike for the W. Awesome effort right here from Katana and Chance, man. Love their moveset and their teamwork. They are spectacular. Zoe and Shayna, nice brawling performance as well. Good tag team match. 7.5 out of 10. We have Dom Dom. He tells Mommy he's going to fight for her honor against Jey Uso. Ripley, still not having it from Dom, leaves in anger. Dom can do no right now, and Carlito comes up and says, that's not cool. We got Drew McIntyre in the ring, back from his suspension. Adam Pearce in the ring with him tells Drew he believes Punk versus McIntyre at SummerSlam can be special. Punk wants it, but needs time to heal. Adam asks Drew how bad does he want it. McIntyre asking the crowd if they want it. Obviously, everybody wants it. I want it. Pearce brings in two referees that McIntyre injured. Adam wants Drew to apologize to them both. Drew says no. And then he goes off on Adam in a huge tirade, tells Adam he should be apologizing to Drew. McIntyre tirade is cut off by Adam, who informs McIntyre he is still suspended. Drew shoves down the referees, gets in Adam's face. Seth Rollins to the rescue. McIntyre, oh my god, dude, great again. Really hope we can get that Punk and Drew for SummerSlam. Hope that Punk can get all healed up for that. And man, it is going to be fucking fireworks when those two meet. It's going to be awesome. Pat McAfee the Pat McAfee show apparently this week was interrupted by Pat receiving another VHS tape from the Wyatt Six. The tape is played on Monday Night Raw. It's Eric Rowan getting interviewed about the very tough few years that he has had, losing two brothers in the business. Rowan has a new family now looking to be reborn. Another very well done segment right here for the Wyatt Six. Rowan was great. I mean, obviously emotional, very, having to discuss some very difficult topics. I mean, yeah, well done. Thumbs up. We have Dom Mysterio versus Jey Uso up next. Dom attacks Jey during his entrance. Bad camera angle catches Uso hitting none of his hip attack on Dom. Liv arrives trying to support her man. Uso kicks Dom onto Liv in yet another compromising situation. Morgan about to plant a kiss on Dom. Out comes Mommy. Oh, hell yeah. Liv immediately runs out of the arena. She just runs through the crowd. She gone. Dom runs into a spear. Jey nails the splash and puts Dirty Dom away for the dub. Entertaining match, more storyline focused. Dom losing in front of Rhea. That's, rehashing the same Dom falling on Liv spot. I mean, alright, we did the same thing last week or whatever. Backstage, Ripley gives Dom a black flower, tells Dom, I'm not yours, you're mine. She smiles and then walks away. I'm not really sure if that's a great thing for Dom. I would be a little bit scared if I was Dom. We move on. It's Chad Gable in the ring to call out Bo Dallas. Bo comes out and is immediately jumped by the Creed Bros. Bo is laughing at Chad while he's being beaten up. Gable angrily demanding to know what's so funny. Bo says, there you are. The lights go out, crowd goes nuts. Wyatt Six surround the ring as Gable and the Creeds run away. Bo and the Wyatt Six surround the lantern and they laugh about it. So, yeah. Alright, so officially it looks like Creeds are hooking up with Gable. I love the Creeds. I would prefer them not to be in a heel situation right now, but this is great for them to be hooked up with Gable. They're just going to be, at least they're going to get some good TV time out of this, and they're going to be linked with the Wyatt Six. We're going to see some Creeds, and that makes me very, very happy. Main event time. It's Intercontinental Championship match. Sami Zayn defending against Ilya Dragunov. We get a haluva kick is countered with a stiff boot to the face from Dragunov. How you doing? Sami nails a stiff haluva kick, sending Ilya to the floor, and then Braun Breaker shows up, goes to spear Sami, but gets a piece of Dragunov instead. The match is disqualified, and I'm sad. Please give us a full Ilya versus Sami Zayn match. I loved what I was seeing in this little teaser match. Very, very stiff, all-in efforts on display. Sami versus Dragunov looks like pure magic. Anyway, Sami and Braun brawl, and then Breaker spears Zayn in half as the show ends with Braun Breaker on top. Pretty damn good Raw in Ohio. Wrestling was solid, but no real bangers, though the women's tag team match was really good. Storyline shining this week with Ripley's return. The Dom segments with Ripley and Damian were great. The Gable Wyatt Six thing, another good segment. McIntyre drama with Punk and Adam Pearce, very, very enjoyable. We got Pete Dunne and Sheamus situation, that has my attention. And of course, the Gunther and Damian Priest starting off great with their first head-to-head segment. Really enjoyed that. 7 out of 10 for Monday Night Raw. And now we go to NXT, and we're kicking off the show with a trios tag team match. It's the Rascals, Wesley, Trey Miguel, and Zachary Wentz versus Gallus, Joe and Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang. Some crazy chaos, everyone hitting offense one after another. Friggin' awesome, thumbs up. Everybody is down. Did somebody say his name? It's Joe Hendry. He's joining commentary and scouting the talent. Rascals hit a rather interesting triple dropkick. It doesn't look the best, but it was cool. And then they hit some lovely dives onto the outside on Gallus. I'll hit that with a thumbs up. Rascals finish off Gallus with a stomp double TKO combo for the impressive W. Rascals not missing a beat. Lovely performance, not missing a beat, again, saying that. Being separated for the last 4 years, man, they looked fantastic. Rascals selling their ass off for Gallus as well. Wolfgang was noticeable. He had himself a hell of a match right there. Well done. Really good opening match right there. 7.5 out of 10. We have Chase U. Proud that Duke Hudson will be representing the university, chasing the North American Championship against Obafemi later on. We get Ora Mensa and NXT champion Ethan Page arguing in Ava Rain's office. Ava tells them to settle it for the title tonight. Ethan says, I'll defend tonight, but against Dante Chen instead. Careful, though, Ethan. Dante has a massive upset victory in recent memory, so hey, watch out. Ethan being a chicken shit heel champion right here, and Ora, the hungry up-and-comer, pretty good so far, pretty good. We'll see how big this is going to be for Ora Mensa. Honestly, he's been just kind of a background character, and now he is emerging as something on his own. We'll see how far he can go. NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez cuts a promo. Perez angry, the crowd praised Lola Vice for losing. Roxanne's only competition is the record books at this point. She's just breaking all these records. Perez is outpacing Charlotte Flair, Bayley, and Ripley in her young career so far. Thea Hale has heard enough. She tells Roxanne she doesn't deserve any respect. Thea wants to rewrite the history books, becoming one of the youngest NXT Women's Champions ever. Roxanne tells Thea she isn't ready yet. Brawl breaks out. Thea gets Perez in a Kimura lock. Perez screaming in pain. Duke has to pull Thea off of the champion. Oh, baby. This is great for Thea to step up to the plate. Should be a really good matchup, honestly. I think this is going to be awesome. Henley, Nix, and JC Jane teasing Lola Vice backstage, telling her to go back to MMA. Lola not backing down from a fight. I imagine they will get into it at some point. But first, it's Javon Evans versus Brooks Jensen with Briggs. Javon, nice springboard from the floor, hits a moonsault. That was damn impressive. Jensen squishes Evans on the announce table. That was very painful looking. Javon, beautiful Frankensteiner and springboard crossbody. Sean Spears arrives to watch the match. Jensen losing focus, telling Briggs Spears is cool, just leave him be. Javon nails a springboard cutter for an impressive victory. Javon's high flying, bro. Oh my god. Top tier, so smooth, just effortless looking. Thumbs up for that. Jensen, aggressive, hard hitting performance, but still has to learn to focus. Good match though. 7 out of 10. Jensen attacks Javon after the bell, and Briggs is pissed. He's like, bro, you can't be doing this shit. We got Charlie Dempsey asked the Dawn, Tony D'Angelo, for help with a certain female witness problem. We'll see where that one goes. But now we have Trick Willie. He is FaceTiming with Ilya Dragunov. Trick asking for advice, but Ilya needs to focus on his own stuff right now. So Trick finds Pete Dunne, asks him for help. Dunne, who's been staring down Trick in the background the whole time, tells Trick off and leaves. Trick is like, the fucking fuck. And Pete Dunne has been a very, very salty sailor. NXT Championship match up next. Ethan Page defending against Dante Chen. Dante on absolute fire, getting numerous near falls on Ethan. The crowd is going freaking wild. Dante tripped up on the ropes. Page boots Dante in the face, hits the Ego's edge to retain. Super fun, fast-paced match. Dante proving he's the real deal, man. Very impressive work. Ethan taking advantage of an opportunity, as always. Good work from him as well, making Chen look good. He was selling. Yeah, good match. Thumbs up. 7 out of 10. We have Gallus backstage. They say his name, and he appears. It's Joe Hendry. Gallus tells Hendry that nobody likes him, and he's just a flash in the pan. Hendry tells Gallus, we shall see about that one. Now we got Izzy Dame versus Tatum Paxley. Dame with Tatum in a modified torture rack submission. Wendy Chu walks out, allowing Tatum to turn the momentum. Paxley hits the Psycho Trap, defeating Dame. Solid competitive matchup. Nice pace to this one as well. Paxley and Wendy stare at each other. Wendy, I believe, had the broken toy or whatever from last week. So, are we going to get a tag team right here, or are they going to fight about it? I don't know. I kind of want a tag team with these two. I think that'd be really cool. Now we got Lola Vice versus JC Jane with Nyx. Vice nails a spinning back fist out of nowhere, pins Jane for the W. An alright quick match right there. Lola is jumped by Henley, Jane, and Nyx after the bell. We get Petrovic and Sol Ruka to the aid of Vice. Ethan Page interviewed on his way out. Page asked about the pinfall victory that Mensa has over the champion. Ethan explodes and says that it didn't count. Alright. 6-person mixed tag team match up next. It's ODM, Nima, Price, and Jada Piaka versus the OC, Gallows, Anderson, and Michin. Everyone brawling to start the matchup. OC hit the Magic Killer to pick up the W. ODM, impressive strength and speed in this matchup. Michin and Piaka rivalry continues. We have No Quarter Catch crew talking backstage. Ren Sinclair appears and wants to be in the group, but Charlie is like, nah. Sinclair, knowing Dempsey's secret, says she will get in eventually. Well, unless friggin' Tony D kidnaps her, and then who knows what's gonna happen with poor Ren Sinclair, so you better be careful with the No Quarter Catch crew. Main event time, North American Championship on the line. Oba Femi defending against Duke Hudson with Chase U. Duke pops off the shirt, fires up, hits a nice running Hurricanrana and a frickin' stratosphere. Oba big bad chokeslam, gets a near fall. Duke wicked avalanche rolling powerbomb. Oba dumps Duke hard onto the announce table. Femi sheer drop powerbombs Duke to retain the North American Championship. That there is a certified banger main event. Duke, so many close calls and comebacks. Got the crowd into a freaking frenzy by the end. Well done. Thumbs up for that. But Oba, yet again, proves he is absolutely unstoppable. 8 out of 10. Jensen getting grilled by Briggs in the parking lot. Jensen challenges Briggs to a no disqualification match next week. Ooh. And that's the end of the show. Really good NXT with 2 quality title matches on the card. Opening trios tag and with the Rascals was really good. Lots of storyline progression. You got Brooks and Jensen, Page and Mensa, Perez and Hale, Sinclair and the No Quarter Catch crew, and Gallus and Joe Hendry. 7.5 out of 10. Do you see this AEW? Do you see how many different storylines that WWE's got cooking all at the same time? Meanwhile, AEW's got maybe 2 decent storylines cooking right now. So this is the difference between WWE and AEW. Yes, AEW, edge in wrestling. Their wrestling is spectacular, but their storylines, for the most part. They have some good ones, but for the most part, it's back burner. They don't really worry about storylines, character development. WWE, that's their bread and butter, man. Like, they have excellent story progressions and storylines going on, character development, just segments outside, and yes, the wrestling isn't always up to the standards of AEW, but when the wrestling in WWE is really good, it's fucking really, really good. So that's just kind of the difference right now. Like, if you're a wrestling fan and you're trying to pick, if you want more storyline driven entertainment, go WWE. If you want pure wrestling, you want the wrestling, AEW is for you. But good NXT this week. Another random AEW tangent. With that being said, let's slide over to SmackDown. They are in Omaha, Nebraska, and we got the WWE Champion, Cody Rhodes. He talks to us about the awesomeness of Randy Orton. Cody upset the Bloodline, put Randy through a table last week. Theory and Waller interrupt the champion, claiming it's all Cody's fault that Orton was attacked by the Bloodline. Cody attacks the former tag team champions. I was going to say the tag champs. They are no longer the tag team champions. Then Cody gets overwhelmed momentarily. We get Terrence Crawford. He is a local boxer. Can't tell you anything about him, but he kindly passes Cody Rhodes a chair to even the odds, and Cody chases off a town down under. Pretty solid opening. Cody will need a partner for a tag team match later on. Who's it gonna be? Well, I mean, it's a little bit obvious, but we'll find out. But first, we got Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade for the first time ever, they say. Melo trips up Andrade in the ropes, then hits a nice springboard leg drop. That was quite nice. Melo, wicked Rana facebuster plants Andrade right on his face. That was good. Andrade, awesome double moonsault, gets a near fall and pops the crowd. Very awesome. Melo misses nothing but net. Andrade counters, hits the message, puts away Melo for the W. Very good first meeting between Melo and Andrade. Hard hitting, some nice counters. The crowd was feeling it, and I was too. I would not mind it at all if they fought each other again. Good start. 7.5 out of 10. We have Bayley and Nia. They have a FaceTime with each other, basically. Nia says she's going to put Bayley down and take her title. Bayley calls Nia reckless and clumsy, which hits Nia hard because, I mean, lots of people call her that. The critics, the reviewers, former wrestlers, everybody. So, yeah, that was a deep cut right there from Bayley. Then Bayley says she will be victorious at the Summerfest, the SummerSlam. Nia storms off. An okay segment. I'm not a fan of the, one person on one screen, one on the other. They're not in the same room or whatever. I just don't like those. It was okay. Nia, honestly, was pretty not good in this one. She was just really felt like she was reading her lines, just reading off the script. Bayley was pretty good, though. Not bad. We have Bianca Belair. She's wearing these super baggy, silky pajamas. Looks super comfy. She's hanging out with Jade Cargill. They get into a confrontation with Piper and Chelsea backstage. So that leads to a match. It's Bianca Belair with Jade versus Chelsea Green with Piper Niven. Chelsea roll up, grabs the tights, but Bianca counters with her own, pins Green for a super fast win. That was basically the whole entire match. Tag champs Dawn and Fire appear on screen to tease Bianca and Jade about a rematch potentially for the tag team titles. But now we have LA Knight, and Logan Paul. He is here for the contract signing. Logan calls Knight Larry the Lobster. That's very nice, very nice. SpongeBob right there, folks. Knight calls Logan Logan the King of Edge or something, Edgelord. Fucking, that got me. I've been playing Elden Ring. I guess maybe LA Knight has been too. And a lot of the messages that people are leaving is I want to go home and edge. Just, you know what? I'm not going to explain what that means, but it's funny. Anyway, Logan calls Knight pathetic for needing the U.S. Championship so badly, while Logan barely needs it, barely cares about it. Knight calls Logan a chicken. Logan flips out, he signs the contract, gets in Knight's face about it, and Adam Pearce has to separate them momentarily, and then Logan with the sneak attack that backfires. Knight almost hits the BFT, but Logan able to slither away. Pretty good, entertaining segment right here. Both men working rather good off of each other, I must say. Escobar then confronts LA Knight backstage, looking for a fight. Nah. Santos wants to prove that he's the true number one contender for the U.S. title. So they'll more than likely clash before maybe we get a triple threat. I'd rather it not be. We've done that already before. With last time with the U.S. title, let's not do that. I really, again, I keep saying this, Logan Paul has been fantastic. I can only imagine the extra press and eyes that he's gotten onto the product just with him alone and the whole Prime crap, but just the championship, please. Please give that back to a real full-time wrestler. Please and thank you. LA Knight would be fantastic. That's a great choice for me. Logan Paul is a unbelievable, I'll call him a side attraction right now. He shows up during pay-per-views. He's been fairly frequent, but he's a part-timer still, and he's a busy man. That's not a problem, but him having the championship, being part-time, that bothers me. So, let's take it off him, but let's not throw Santos in there, too, because that, again, like I said, they've already done the triple threat thing the last time, I'm pretty sure. So, anyway, we move on. Cody Rhodes backstage is greeted by his mystery partner. It's no one other than it's Kevin Owens. And we get a little update. Kevin's mom is doing better. So, hey, thumbs up for that. Main event time, Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes versus Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Kevin Owens hits a swanton on Waller, fights his way to the Rhodes hot tag. Cody nails the crossroads for the W. Very standard tag team match right here. You know, you get fired up Kevin Owens at the beginning, works his way to, gets beaten down, then works his way to the Cody hot tag. Very, very standard. Cody and Kevin do their best, but get overwhelmed. Fatu comes out, hitting Kevin Owens with numerous nasty hip attacks in the corner. Then Cody gets triple team powerbombed through the announce table by the Bloodline with Solo and the Tongans and stuff. Anyway, Kevin Owens has a chair wrapped around his neck. He gets thrown into the ring post. That looked pretty freaking nasty right there. And we have Bloodline yet again standing tall to end SmackDown. This was an alright SmackDown this week anyway. Nothing must-see, I would say, necessarily. Bloodline, they continue to establish dominance, which is fine. It's building up Solo Sikoa for his big match at SummerSlam versus Cody. We got Bayley chased by Tiffy. Will there be a cash-in soon? I mean, there's been some teasing. Bayley's she's been kind of avoiding it so far, doing a good job countering whenever Tiffy looks like she's going to do it, but they've been teasing it enough to make me think maybe they're going to pull a trigger at SummerSlam. We'll see. Logan Paul and LA Knight segment was good. Bayley and the Nia segment wasn't very good. Okay wrestling overall. Andrade versus Mello, that was a pretty damn good match, and some good potential right there if they want to keep something going between those two. I would like that. 5.5 out of 10 for SmackDown. Now we go to the land of AEW. We got Dynamite 250 in Little Rock, Arkansas, and they are kicking off this show in big fashion with the International Championship match. Will Ospreay defending against Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Ospreay, awesome, phenomenal forearm, hits a backflip dive over the ropes, and then numerous beautiful top rope dives to follow. My, thumbs up. Ospreay knee buckles and shoulder pops out, apparently, providing a target for Max. MJF runs into the crowd, flips off a little girl, which was just fantastic. I think he was throwing drinks at people as well, just classic Max. Ospreay pummeling Max in the crowd in front of that little girl who was loving it. Ospreay using a crossroads for some reason. Max answers with a gnarly package DDT, just planting Ospreay on his head. Ospreay with a Styles Clash on the apron. My goodness, Max kicks out of that. During the commercial break, the doctor pops Will's shoulder back into place, so that happened. I don't think it was real. Max telling the crowd he's the best in the world as Ospreay nails him with a diving hidden blade right to the back of the head. That was fantastic. Ospreay, insane one-armed avalanche Styles Clash counter. Holy shit. Thumbs up. Max top rope elbow drops Ospreay through the announce table after so many teasing spots with that frickin' table. They finally crashed through it. Both men trading flipping counters off of the top rope. Like, wow, dude. When MJF did that, I was like, holy shit, dude. And he landed that flip. Then Ospreay does it right back. Thumbs up. So badass. We get the Oz Cutter and Hidden Blade. MJF kicks out of that. We have 1 minute remaining. Ospreay again chokes when trying to use the Tiger Driver. Referee gets knocked over. Max nails Will with the diamond ring. MJF pins and new international champion. It's Maxwell Jacob Friedman. My goodness, what a outstanding performance from MJF and Ospreay. This match was an hour long. Insane gas tank on these guys. Max just continues improving in the ring. He was already quite good, and he just keeps getting better, man. I'm very impressed. Crazy high flying from Ospreay, even a little bit from MJF. The pacing for this match was fantastic. I mean, the 1 hour flew by for me. Tons of big bumps and spots. The counters were great. Hell of a freaking match for a Wednesday night. 9 out of 10. We have Max needing a friggin' oxygen tank, and he's selling just so good after. He's just barely alive and just, so good. Still able to hold the championship up. Of course, amazing selling. Thumbs up for that. We have The Acclaim. They join Team AEW for Blood and Guts in an entertaining Mark Briscoe promo. Swerve was also present. He was just standing there. We have TV time with Chris Jericho and the Learning Tree. Chris says he will be on each episode of Dynamite until episode 500. Minoru Suzuki makes an appearance, brings Chris a letter. Keith reads it for Chris, informing the Learning Tree Big Bill and Keith are banned from ringside for the FTW title match next week. Suzuki bops Chris in the face and then leaves like a badass. Hell yeah, I like that. I'm fine with no interference. I think maybe at least for title matches, they should have no outside interference or no people at ringside. I think at least for title matches, I mean, geez. We have the Elite backstage, cutting a promo, reminds everybody who they are as they look to add more gold to their team. TBS champion Mercedes Moné arrives. The Bucks make her dance, which makes Okada sweat profusely. Just an odd little moment here. We have TBS championship match up next. Mercedes Moné defends against Nyla Rose. Nyla using her size advantage to overpower Moné. We get the abdominal stretch by Moné on Nyla, which just looks very strange. Mercedes nails a top rope bulldog, pulls out a glove like Britt Baker does. Moné using Britt's lockjaw backfires when Nyla bites Moné. Moné locks in her own bank statement to submit Rose and retains the TBS championship. Solid match. Nyla, pretty fired up effort right here. I feel kind of bad for Nyla because with Britt Baker returning, it kind of overshadows Nyla's chance right here. Like, kind of just pushed her to the side, like, okay, here's your shot, but we all know that it's going to be Moné and Britt Baker. So I don't know if the timing was very good for this match. It doesn't, I don't think it's going to do a lot for Nyla other than, you know, she's getting some TV time, which is great for her. But yeah, I don't know if this match really did a lot for her. Moné, nice heel work, playing some mind games with Britt Baker. We get a masked fan in the crowd, attacks Moné. It's Britt Baker. Moné runs away like a chicken. We move on. TNT champion Jack Perry says he doesn't care about Brandon Cutler or doesn't care about him getting attacked last week, and then Perry proceeds to whoop Brandon's ass a little bit more. God damn, what's going on there? Mariah May comes out dressed up as Timeless Toni Storm, performing her entrance to a dead silent crowd. May silent in the ring, just standing there, just absorbing it, and all you hear is Shivani, "Speak, bitch!" It's just unfucking believable. That was amazing. May speaks about her betrayal on Tony. May realizing she can be the star when she takes out Tony at Wembley. May claims AEW is all about Mariah now. Good promo right here from May as she is starting to break out as her own little single star right here. I'm pretty excited to see where this is going to lead up. Well, we know where it's going, but I want to see Tony's response. Because, that imagery from the betrayal last week was very shocking. Like, a lot of blood and that brutal attack by May. It was quite good. I liked it. Anyway, we have Bullet Club having all their gold stripped away by Christopher Daniels. They take it shockingly well, say they will just win it all back. Not a big deal. So, okay. That's a good attitude. Main event time. It is champ versus champion, no titles on the line, but it's Okada versus Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana. Swerve impressive roll-through combo into a power slam. Swerve goes for a stomp, but Okada avoids it. Swerve does hit a stiff standing stomp to Okada, and then the Bucks attack Swerve. The match is disqualified. Boo. Huge brawl breaks out, though, between Team Elite and Team AEW. Darby Allin's music hits, everyone's going nuts as Darby descends from the rafters like Sting. More chaotic brawling to end Dynamite. Good main event match right there. Well, the ending sucked, but then it leads into a big wild brawl, so that was fun. Adding in some more heat for Blood and Guts, which is next week. 7 out of 10 for the main event, and a really good Dynamite this week. Opening match took up literally half of the show, but it was awesome, and an awesome showcase for two of their youngest stars in AEW. Though I understand why they put it first, for, not to run into any time constraints, but definitely should have been a main event match. The second half of the show very hard to follow up a match like that. It was, they did what they could, but it was fine. I liked Mariah's segment. 7.5 out of 10 for Dynamite. We'll go to Collision now, because I still haven't watched Rampage. Getting there. It's in Arlington, Texas, which I think from what I think I caught them saying that they're going to be there like all summer. So I guess they're going to be in Texas for a while. We got Darby Allin versus the Beast Mortos up first. Mortos slams Darby hard into the steel steps. Darby nails a coffin drop to the outside. Mortos hits a unreal tornado dive, wipes out Darby. That was very impressive for a big guy. Thumbs up. Mortos with some violent bitch slaps and an avalanche military press slam to Darby. Fucking super impressive. Those slaps were so loud. Thumbs up. Darby rallies back with a gnarly crucifix bomb off of the top rope, nails the coffin drop, and picks up a big ol' return W. Pretty sure this is his first match back in a minute. Anyway, Mortos was freaking awesome, man. Great work from that guy. Darby selling his ass off as always. Great work from him as well. And a great match. 8 out of 10. Banger. Darby cuts a promo on Team Elite after the match. Calls the Bucks out for never promoting Collision. Darby sends a challenge out to Jack Perry for Wembley. Yeah, let's do that for the championship. Sure. And make it like a fucking no DQ false count anywhere. Something like that. That would be a lot of fun. We have Daddy Ass giving the Acclaim some tough love backstage, telling them they need to nut up or shut up. With blood and guts right around the corner, the Acclaimed reflect on this. Now we have Hikaru Shida and Sky Blue. Sadly, Sky Blue suffers an injury very early in the matchup. Doctors are forced to end the match. Very unfortunate. It's a physical contact sport. This kind of thing happens. So we move on. Backstage, Lance Archer, the murder hack monster, he's going on a rampage backstage. Lance says something, but I have no clue what that homie said. The audio was absolutely terrible. We have Chris Jericho backstage promo. He is angry that Suzuki interrupted TV time. Jericho plans to violently beat Suzuki. I still don't know if I'm liking Chris Jericho's new gimmick or not. Like, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's like kind of cringy bad. I don't know, man. What do you guys think about Chris Jericho's TV time situation? I don't know. I'm not loving it, but I don't hate it. We have Tony Nese with the Premier Athletes versus Rey Fenix. Nese cutting an entertaining promo on Texas during his entrance. Fenix trips up on the ropes to get a really nice recovery from both men there. Premier Athletes attack Fenix behind the referee's back numerous times throughout the match. Alex tries to tell the referee, but only makes things worse for Rey. We get an impressive deadlift powerbomb by Tony. Third distraction from the Premier Athletes backfires. Rey nails a nice dive, taking them all out. Sterling gets his head taken off by Fenix with a kick. Tony hits the 450 splash, and Rey kicks out of that. Fenix hits a super kick, and the frog splash puts down Nese for the dub. Good match. Definitely could have used less distractions. Fucking 3 is a lot, bro. 3 is a lot. Impressive performance, though, from Tony Nese and Rey. Always great. 7 out of 10. We have FTR in the ring, interviewed about the Don Callis family. Cash rambling about some drama he's been dealing with outside of the ring, and then calls out the Bucks. Dax reminisces about old classic matches, and then trash talks the Bucks. FTR looking to reclaim tag team gold at Wembley. Very standard FTR promo. I mean, bro, can we do a heel turn with these guys? Something. I am so bored of FTR. They do the same freaking things for the last year and a half in AEW. Yes, they're great tag team wrestling. They're fantastic. It's just their brand isn't necessarily for me. They cut the same fucking lame generic babyface promos all the time. Just, oh hey, name of city we're at. You guys like FTR because we're battlers. We're always fighting and rah rah rah. It's like, oh my god, bro, it's so just generic and boring. I really want them to turn heel or something because, like, I need them to just do something else. This is so boring to me. Roddy Strong versus Tomohiro Ishii. As expected, we get some crazy chops off of the start of the match. I'm loving that. Roddy's forearms not effective against Ishii, who just stares down Roddy. That was rather funny. We get a nice angle slam, gutbuster combo from Roddy. Ishii turns Roddy inside out with a lariat. The Kingdom, with the distraction, allows Roddy to knee Ishii in the face for the W. Good old school strong style match right there. Lovely selling from Roddy for Ishii, and Ishii, the fantastic, just strong style stuff. 7 out of 10. We have the debut of Hologram. We've been getting a few little teaser trailers for this guy. I'm pretty excited. He's going up against Gringo Loco. Hologram explodes early with Rana's, a beautiful swanton dive to the outside. Loco gets some offense in. He misses a top rope tornado. Hologram, awesome top rope diving Hurricanrana to the outside. Just damn, thumbs up for that. Hologram using an airplane spin into a sit-out or a spin-out powerbomb, calling that the portal bomb to pick up his debut victory. And yeah, pretty damn impressive debut for Hologram. Wicked fast and flashy, high-flying. A little trip up there, but considering how fast and crazy he was going, really, really impressive performance. And Loco, not bad right there. Also, he was getting a little love from the crowd. I like that. We get the Von Erichs. They are in Texas. Dustin Rhodes there. He's like, yeah, the Von Erichs are here. I have their back. Yeah. We have a hilarious Mark Briscoe promo backstage about defending his Ring of Honor title and blood and guts. So yeah, just rambling, doing the Mark Briscoe thing. Pretty good. We have a lumberjack match up next. It's Deonna Purrazzo versus Thunder Rosa. Deonna superplexes Rosa to the outside, taking out all the lumberjacks in the process. That was awesome. Thumbs up. Rosa gets beaten up by all the lumberjacks. Rosa spears Deonna through the ropes, taking out the lumberjacks again. Taya Valkyria, whatever, she passes Deonna a weapon, it was a big weapon. Purrazzo nails Thunder with the big weapon to steal the W. This is a really good grudge match. I really like the use of the lumberjacks. Some of these matches, the lumberjacks just don't get involved. It's virtually pointless why they're even there. They just, don't get involved, don't touch them or anything. Just let them get back in the ring. This one, oh hell no. Like the lumberjacks were fighting with each other. They were beating up on Rosa and hell yeah, they're getting very involved. So I like that. Good use of the lumberjacks. Some nice big spots as well, wiping out all the lumberjacks. Yeah, pretty damn good lumberjack match considering how much I dislike them. 7.5 out of 10. Main event time. AEW Vacant Trios Championships on the line. Bullet Club, Juice, and the Guns going up against the Patriarchy. It's Christian, Nick Wayne, and Killswitch. Juice with the jackhammer to Wayne. Christian there to make the save. Christian gets triple teamed. Juice powerbomb. Wayne able to kick out of that. Juice choke slammed off of the top rope. Christian hits a frog splash, gets a near fall. Friendly fire. Killswitch accidentally headbutts Christian. Juice tries to hit the Unprettier on Christian, but Mama Wayne shows up, sprays Juice in the face with something, some sort of chemical. Killswitch from Christian, Unprettier from Christian. It's not the Killswitch, it's the Unprettier from Christian. Pins and new Trios Tag Team Champions. It's the Patriarchy. Good main event right there. The ending was very chaotic. 7 out of 10. Good collision with quite a few good quality wrestling matches on the card. Sadly, the one injury, I feel like that would have been a solid match right there. Segments in between were pretty freaking meh, like Von Erich showing up. I have no idea, what was, are they in AEW or not? I don't know. I think maybe that's what he was saying. Von Erich, honestly, is a little bit hard to understand. He kind of talks with the bottom of his jaw and stuff like that. I don't know. But, yeah, pretty good collision right there. Going to hit that with a 7 out of 10. And we will finish with Rampage, back in Little Rock, Arkansas or whatever, kicking it off with a trios tag. It's Ishii, Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy versus The Kingdom. We get some nice teamwork, beating up on Bennett. I think they're calling themselves the Conglomeration or some shit. Doesn't matter. Ishii kicks out of a proton pack from the Kingdom. That was impressive. Cassidy nails the orange punch to grab the W. Really good opening matchup. Ishii, just a brick wall, working really good with Kyle and Orange. And Cassidy's becoming more and more aggressive because of all the drama that's been going on with him and Beretta. There you go. Trent Beretta found that name. Yeah, pretty good. 7.5 out of 10 for this opening match. The Kingdom attack after the bell. Briscoe runs out to help, but also gets taken out. We have Saraya backstage. She is angry with AEW, and Saraya is looking to get back onto the Wembley card. I would love that, because that was one of the better moments from that show last year, was Saraya winning the championship in Wembley. That was awesome. We have Jericho and Big Bill versus the Outrunners. Jericho more interested in using his phone, letting Big Bill do all the work for him. Pretty entertaining. Bill, big old chokeslam. Jericho comes in for the pin for a squash W over the Outrunners. Entertaining squash match right here. Jericho taking a very long time to leave the ring, waving at the crowd, all that shit. Minoru Suzuki interrupts the celebration for his match against the Butcher. Suzuki strikes, puts Butcher to sleep with a submission, then hits a pile driver for a quick W. Just, not a squash match necessarily. They're just kind of fluffing up Suzuki a little bit more before his match next week against Jericho. We have Mark Briscoe cutting a awesome promo backstage, calling out Roddy Strong, doing his thing. Pretty good. We have Chris Statlander with Hathaway versus Sidney Waddell. Just a squash match right here. Chris Statlander picks up the quick W. And it's the main event. Penta and Rey Fenix Lucha Bros versus Private Party, Cassidy and Quen. Private Party hit the silly string. They hit a nice neck breaker stomp combo and a splash. Rey able to kick out of all that. Penta saves Rey with a destroyer out of nowhere on Zay. We get the Stomp Fear Factor combo and the Lucha Bros win. Good main event match right here. A little bit of entertainment. I liked, I believe it was Quen who buttoned up his shirt so that he wasn't going to get a chop, and then he ripped his shirt off. Pretty good stuff right there, and I liked the finish of the match. 7 out of 10. And that's the end of the show. An okay Rampage. Like, the opening and closing matches were good, but, like, not good enough for you to, like, go out of your way or anything. And then the middle of the show was very weak. Just very light storyline touching. Like, okay, Jericho and Suzuki. It's not really a storyline. They're just going to fight. And, not really a lot going on in between there. Like, a little bit with Saraya, but that was, like, literally a 45-second situation, not a lot to go off there. 5 out of 10 for Rampage. It was okay. And we'll finish it off with the 3 stars of the week. Don't have any shout outs for you, so let's just slide into the 3rd star of the week. It's going to Darby Allin and the Beast Mortos for their match on Collision. Just fantastic. I mean, Mortos, this dude is big, but he's also lucha style, so he's doing flips and shit. Very impressive. And of course, Darby Allin just beating himself up, taking brutal bumps. I missed it a little bit. Good enough for the 3rd star. 2nd star goes to Obafemi versus Duke Hudson for the North American Championship on NXT this week. My goodness, I am loving Obafemi. That guy's amazing. And then Duke Hudson, man, he really came to play in that match. He was very impressive. Good back and forth match. Really enjoyed that one. Good enough for the 2nd star, but the 1st star goes to, and it kind of has to go to, Will Ospreay versus MJF International Championship match on Dynamite. A 1 hour just Iron Man. It wasn't an Iron Man match, but it was a length of an Iron Man match. Super long, but didn't bore me. The pacing of the match was extremely impressive, dealing with, the commercial breaks. They didn't overutilize rest holds or just none of that. It was very action-packed. I was very impressed. Like, at first I was I heard that it was an hour-long match. I was like, ooh, I don't know if that's going to be awesome or not, but it fucking was. And good enough for the 1st star this week. And that's the show, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. You guys are the best. If you want to be even more of the best, make sure you're reviewing the podcast, sharing it around maybe with a friend or two that might enjoy it. That would be awesome. You can also follow along with the Twitter page if you would like to. I put up announcements and stuff like that there. And I upload all of these episodes to the Gamer GX Videos YouTube channel, so you can watch them over there. Great place to drop a comment. You want a question answered live on the podcast. Cast. I'll answer your questions, shout you out, all that great stuff. You can send in an email, Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff works. There is an email address, like I said. If you just want to have a private conversation, anything like that, my door is open for everybody. And in terms of what else we got going on the GX Plus cast this week, well, I just did the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC review for Elden Ring. It's a big episode. It's like an hour and a half, one of the longer episodes I've ever done. And it was a lot of fun, man. Just talking about my adventures through the Shadow Realm, reviewing the game, talking bosses. No spoilers, so go over there and check out that review. It was a good time. And we had the hockey cast just kind of slowly puttering my way through all 32 teams, giving them a season debriefing and what to potentially expect for those teams upcoming this season. And we'll talk about more of the news. There's not a lot of news going on in the NHL, so hence why I'm doing team breakdowns right now. So that'll be going down on the Hockey Cast this week. For the Gamer Cast this week, I don't have anything solidified just yet, but there'll be something for you. I just haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. So there you go, everybody. Thank you one more time for listening. You the best, and we'll be back with some GX Plus Cast.